Greetings there, my fellow Mechanators. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech. We are Legion. Episode 5. Mechanitor Manufacturing. So the first batch of Psychoid, we're at 97%, so it should be up pretty soon. We did just get the batch of cotton. And I almost have all the overhead mountain filled in. Just 3 more wall segments. So that's real good. How much trade would Orbital take? We are about almost halfway done with the Orbital Trader. I don't have any allies to call in for a trade caravan, though. So we'd be relying upon Orbital Traders showing up and opening up opportunities to trade, which may or may not happen. Maybe I'll just, I don't know where to put this. Put it there. Alright, so the mech building is coming together. I also might want to nest the power into the mech building like this. Because power cables in walls are more protected than power cables in the open, susceptible to forest fires and the like. And then eventually what I'll probably end up having is like a wall like this. I mean, I don't have the blocks for it yet, but a wall like that to protect my power grid, because this power grid's pretty in the open. I mean, it is behind one set of walls, but it'd be helpful if it was behind 2. Something else that I could do is a smelter. And heat wave's over, so that's good. Smelter, because I'm sure I have a lot of pointless weapons over here, like revolvers and knives and stuff that I don't really need. Let's go back to cutting granite blocks. Tannering is dormant and self-charging. Let's have you recharge on the recharger. So here he is at 0 energy. So this is a good example of him hitting 0, where I can't even get him over to the charger because he's out of charge, so he's just dormantly self-charging now. Because I let him go 0. I know people were asking about that. The robot doesn't get destroyed, it just goes dormant. Try carrying? Oh, I can only do that. Carry to recharger. You can carry them once they're out. But not before, I don't think. So you're hauling... Oh yeah, the Mechanitor. Sure, fine. Give them a nice flaming send-off. Alright. Oh, Klein, you have some go juice on you. That's good. And he's already down. Man, this is the wimpiest vampire ever. I've knocked him unconscious so many times in a row. It's hilarious. That will never not be funny. Yeah, before there was no recharge stations, so that's why it wasn't working. True. Very, very true. Astute of you. Well, I don't want these components to go bye-bye, so I am going to haul them in. And there's a Panthera fur duster that I left behind, so I should have grabbed that. But, yeah, we don't have biofuel refining yet for the corpse burning either. So as far as smelter go, let's smelt all slag. I'm going to shrink the radius, and I'm going to drop a slag spot here. Just to clean it up, because eventually the map gets pretty heavily slagged if you don't. And I'll just queue whatever slag there is to be hauled So every time there's pod drop raids, like the siege that just took place, they come in with a whole bunch of slag. Actually, they might have been edge entry. But... oh, transport crash. Someone from the Sophian Empire. You're a baseliner with a wooden hand. Okay. I don't care. You can bleed. I'd run to go kill you with Cypher, but he's just killed 5 people, so I think he's happy. He is what we call satisfied. Take his clothes. I mean, we're not that poor. He was also he was dead in like 3 hours. Running over there in 3 hours would have been like a full sprint. That was a really quick bleed timer. So just a bit more granite blocks in order to make that. And I think, Turtle, I'm going to have you just cut the mountain for the granite, because otherwise we're running pretty far and wide to obtain it. Because maybe there isn't a overhead mountain everywhere back here, and I'll be able to actually expand. I mean, I doubt it, but it's possible. Take his hand. Yes, the very precious wooden hand. The fabled wooden hand. Oh, I think that mask is going to go bye-bye. But the components would have burned up had I not moved them, so I'm happy that I moved them in time. And there's the rain. I was wondering where this rain was. The auto rain. Alright, so we do have Psychoid. I think I am going to prefer to make the Yayo over the T. Because we really want the Go Juice. That is quite important. And then I'm going to put everyone on stone cut duty. So in here, once the walls are finished up, I will put a subcore encoder, which allows us to make the brain of a robot. And then the gestators. I'll put one gestator in for now, but I can always expand this. I'm not going to bother with the band node because I'm probably not going to need a band node for a bit. But over in the tooltips, I'll read it because I know it's small text. The Mechanoid band signal amplifier is a node that must be tuned to a specific Mechanator. This will add 1 bandwidth to that Mechanator's total bandwidth, allowing them to control more Mechanoids. Once a band node is constructed, it can be quickly tuned to a Mechanator. However, tuning a band node to a different Mechanator, hold on, this goes further, takes significantly longer. So it's a quick setup for once, but retooling it requires some additional labor. And you can, I think these stack infinitely, so it's a really good way to have a lot of bandwidth, but it's expensive both in power and resources, so it's not necessarily economical until you're ready to invest. Alright, we are completely bug protected now. All of the overhead mountain has been filled in. We just need the granite. Guys, please stone cut. Maybe they're just smelting. I'll turn off this smelter for now. What is everyone working on? Making sure that they're productive. Okay, Bryce is stone cutting. Bryce also is wearing a tox pack. I'm going to have him drop the tox pack so that Cypher wears it. Oh, Cypher already has a tox pack. So I am going to disallow tox packs in the current outfit. I'm giving it to Cypher because Cypher's tox immune. So a tox pack just is like a smoke pop, but it produces toxins around. And Cypher is toxin immune. Mass is toxin resistant. So I guess I could have Mass equip the other one. But everyone else is toxic sensitive, so they should probably not be equipped with a weapon that can be used against them. So if Cypher, you know, if someone like Diamond used it, it would affect him just as much as the enemies, so it's not necessarily a net benefit. Can I make Wake Up for my resistant colonists? Yes, I just don't have any Nuturamine. Wake Up is pure Nuturamine, and all the Nuturamine I'm going to have for a bit is going to be invested in Go Juice to keep Mass alive. So that actually brings me to a good point. I need to consider a trade, and unfortunately, it's pretty far to get out to a Nuturamine purchase, so that's something that's going to be a little complicated for me to do. Drug policy is Go Juice. So the Go Juice drug policy is going to hold Go Juice, and then the no drugs is not going to hold Go Juice, so that Mass can hold on to Go Juice. Another thing that I could do, another way to get Go Juice, is to go to Ancient Dangers. I don't think I want to dig to this Ancient Danger, because that's pretty far, but I could go to other map tiles and mess with the ancient soldiers to get Go Juice. That's a possibility as well. Yep, because I think I'm out. So should I run a caravan for Newt, or do you think just getting a comms console is going to be enough? I'll leave it up to you. So there's the poll, and we are just about done with microelectronics. Oh, maybe you guys have some, huh? I mean, I doubt I'm that lucky, but who knows? There's also the possibility of just like gifting them a whole lot of stuff because they're the League of Freedom. So maybe I'll do that. I'll gift them a whole lot of stuff for a good relationship with them, so I can call in favors. So I'm going to give them Smoke Leaf and my revolvers. Basically everything they want. This isn't going to... I'll give them all the gold, because there was another gold node that I can hit. What else can I give you? Pack of survival meals I might as well give up. Hey, don't chew yourself. That gets us to 49. Maybe I'll do the reinforced barrels as well, because I don't have the ability to make mortar shells, and I'll be able to fire all of my current shells without having to reload the barrel. So that's fine. So that's 57. I can't get any closer than that. Maybe what I could do is make some more clothing quickly to shore up a friendship. So, I actually don't know with the new clothing. 125 for 75. A duster is 80 for 150. So dusters are still more economical, because dusters used to be like sort of the meta. Now it's corsets, but I don't have corset tech. What about sashes? 25 for 41. Yeah, I'll whip up some sashes to try to gift to them. They'll probably leave before then, but who knows? And then I'll go for this gold here, the multi-analyzer. Can we get beer barrels? We already have them. We're already brewing. Does remind me to get heater in there so the beer doesn't get ruined. Yeah, they're leaving. But we're all on our way to having an alliance. I just need to get up to 75. Okay, so you guys want me to caravan for Newt. I think what I'm going to do before caravanning for Newt, though, is I will get the trade console and the trade beacon to see if there's, just by chance, like an orbital trade opportunity with me right now. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know until you check. Alright, so let's stop the sashes. I don't think that's going to be useful anymore. Sisel, or however you say that. Thank you for the sub. Just realized I have fresh coffee. How is the vamp not starving to death? They just go into like forced death sleep when they're starving. They're deathless, so I don't really need to feed the vamp. They're actually a perfect prisoner for that reason, because they require. I mean, I'm feeding him, but they don't require food if I'm feeling mean. All right, I think I am gonna get xenogenetics. I'm just gonna make that choice because I have this vampire that I should do something with. But let's go ahead and put a trade beacon in here. And then I'm going to move this battery to put the comms console in there as well. Maybe I should smooth the wall first before doing that, though. So I'm not going to be able to get access to that afterwards. Rise! Cypher. Okay. Everybody's finally happy. I had a brief moment of, like, kind of screwing up and pissing everyone off. I'm going to have Klein and Dai do a little stone cutting just so that we can finish off the mech building. Because I would really like to get some lifters. It'd be really nice to have these slag and stone automatically hauled so that I didn't have to do a lot of the footwork myself. That would be ridiculously convenient. And we are enclosed. Stick a light. And get that built. So, Turtle, I'm going to have to identify some components because this project is going to drain my components. I can always go to another map tile if I run out before I get fabrication, and I don't have advanced components for fabrication yet anyway, so that's kind of moot. But I've been saying I should be careful about my component usage because it's really easy to excessively overuse and then end up with none. In tannering, let's have you work. Now these fully charged. Kind of forgot about them. Alright, that's probably enough. Oh, we are going far and wide for steel. So that signals to me that we are out of steel in the base. So there was a steel thing here. So I'm going to mine into the mountain here to get this steel, because I'm sure this is a big node of it and it's close by. And then I'll fill it in. Right, I can't tell you what to do. But I can draft you towards where I want you to smooth. Nothing like outsmarting a mech, right? Yeah, you can't really specifically tell mechs to do things very easily. I hear Turtle going. Oh yeah, he's still shaving the mountain. I'm actually pretty close to finishing the shave because I've revealed almost all of the overhead mountain tiles already. But we are getting a nice little nook here. I don't know how deep it will go. It looks to be pretty shallow, but that might allow us to build another structure back there. Like a root cellar or something, I don't know. You guys can vote and judge. A cabbage stand. Yeah. That could work. Let's get a few more meals. So we're waiting on steel and components for those. And then, of course, the process itself requires steel and components too. Yeah, there we go. So now we have a full understanding of the perimeter, at least for that area. I have not noticed any performance lag for mech drones, but maybe you have a lot. Like, I guess it depends on how many you have. One thing I will say is, historically, the DLCs tend to have some bugs included on the first month or two, and then they get patched up. Oh, we got another raid. A Prepare a While Seraz. So these are tribal Impids. They're very, very, very bad in melee. Very easy to kill in melee, but they're very fast and they breathe fire. I'm kind of glad it's raining, is what I'm going to say. Their weaknesses would be... Oh, that's out of command range. Would be brawlers, especially ones that aren't easy to set on fire. I could also, if they're preparing a while, try to sling some tox shells at them. They're pretty fire resistant, but they're not toxic resistant, so maybe I'll tox hit them. Here we go. Toxic gas moderate. And as it builds up, they get toxic buildup. Oh, Nathan again. Turtle, you want to go handle that? Stupid Nathan. And then, of course, that lowers their consciousness, which makes them even easier to fight. So this is sort of softening them up for the fight to come. And here's the Gestator. So this Gestator allows you to make a Militor, Lifter, Constructoid, or Agrihand, or also resurrect light mechanoids. And you guys wanted a Lifter, so I'm going to make at least one Lifter. So Lifter costs a basic subcore and 50 steel, and then the subcore encoder is going to allow me to make that basic subcore coder, which only requires steel and components as well. Turtle literally won without getting hurt. Jesus, you suck. And you cut out his eye. Perfect. Like, just perfect. Oh yeah, bathe in it. Enjoy it. This toxic buildup is yours. Okay, so they are assaulting. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw them through a bottleneck so that it's a little bit easier for me to down them. And then also Tannering, despite the fact that you're a constructed bot, you're also fireproof, so I'm gonna have you attend as well. Looking good. So the shelling didn't do very much, because they weren't in it very long, but a few of them got some build-up. 1, 2, 3 build-up, 4 build-up. And one of the advantages, because of their loss of consciousness, is it split them up a little bit. So the ones that had the buildup are slower, meaning that they're not in one big group. Also, I don't know why he stopped. He might have puked or something. And like I said before, they're very weak in melee. So smashing them in the face is a very highly functional strategy, which I am going to employ. But Impids are also fire resistant. I mean, they breathe fire. It kind of makes sense. So I'm not going to... Oh, hello. I'm not going to bother using Bryce's breathe fire, although it's on cooldown, so it wouldn't have mattered. I think they kind of forgot that they can breathe... Oh, no, there they go. And they missed. Called a sneeze fire. And we're done. Pop. 2 of them getting away. Cypher. Oh, well, they're sprinters. It's very hard to catch them. Mass, you go out too. And allow all. And we have basically no damage. God, you guys are fast. Mass has a chance to catch them. I'm just wanted to maybe down one. I mean, it's possible to get a recruit, right? But not with how fast they move. Have they improved mortar accuracy? A lot of patches ago, they have. But not recently. A lot of patches ago, there's an option in the settings here. Let me show you that. So they moved storyteller to gameplay. Yes. A lot of patches ago, they set it up so that you can use the new mortars or the classic mortars. So new mortars uses shooting skill for accuracy. Classic mortars doesn't. So a new mortars, if you have a skill of, I think, 8 or so, it's better than classic mortars. And if you have a skill worse than 8, it's worse than classic mortars. And I used mass to shell them, and her shooting is like 19. So she's almost as accurate as you possibly can be, which is why my shells were landing pretty on point when they were landing. In fact, you can still see them stuck into the ground. I think that might be a bug. That the talk shells don't go away. I don't know. But, yeah. So, it was accurate because she's super, super skilled. Alright, so I know that I was bound to Caravan, but let's check the comms console first. So I'm going to have Bry start to set that up, and I need steel. So Turtle, that's on you. Oh, you're healthy, whatever. You never noticed that? Yeah, you might not have noticed that, but by default it uses the modern mortar, not the classic mortar style. So if you haven't tampered with your storyteller settings, you're already on the more accurate mortars given skill. Ooh, look at this. Lovely. There's the encoder. So let's do 1 subcore for steel and components, and then the lifter for steel and subcore. So it's 150 steel, or no, 100 steel. What is the total cost? 100 steel and 2 components. Which the components themselves cost steel. Yeah, you can see how the price kind of runs away quickly if you're not careful. So I wonder when the last time you took Go Juice. Because I don't think I have any Go Juice left. So there are xenogenetics, and I didn't poll you about what to research. So maybe I just choose. I'm going to do plate armor and then poll you guys. Plate armor leads itself to flak armor, so maybe we get some flak, maybe not. But there you go. There's the poll covering my face, and you can vote on what we research. I did get microelectronics, but I do not have, I don't have a high-tech research bench, so that's another thing that we could obviously unlock, is for me to get a lab of some sort. I think is a really good idea. So as soon as we get a little bit more steel, I can consider setting up a lab. Oh, that's biocoded. That's why we aren't using it. And then over here, I can have Klein, who needs to now be assigned to Smith to repair his robots. So your Mechanitor definitely should have smithing, or crafting rather, as a skill. It's going to be absolutely necessary for a Mechanitor to have. Otherwise, they're going to suck at the whole being a Mechanitor thing. The Deserter. We're not psycasting in this series, so I'm just going to say no. Thanks, but no thanks. So now I can summon the Diabolus. Not that I'm going to right now, but yeah. There is no orbital traders at the moment. So I might try for a caravan. Are there any horses on this map tile? There's alpaca. I'm going to try to tame some alpaca. Because that's going to speed up the amount of... That's going to speed me up to try to get to a trade location. So I'm going to throw down... Actually, make this out of wood. Throw down a little pen. With a pen marker. And a caravan pack spot. Speaking of spots, let's do a marriage spot. And a party spot. And you guys want me to invest in faster research. Okay. So, drug production, mech tech, and research. Got it. This might not be a terrible spot for a laboratory. Kind of nested back there. Maybe here, because it's, what, a 5 with a multi-analyzer. You know, I can keep it out of the way if I wanted to. Or over here. Although, I don't want sappers to plow through the mountain trying to get to my... Because generally my labs also double as a hospital. So if they double as a hospital, I might actually want the lab like out front and closer, purposefully. So let's go with that concept. So I think what I'll do is put it here. I know it's close to my pollution, but I've been managing my pollution pretty well. I literally don't have any right now, and I'll put the laboratory here, because this would allow me to have 2 high-tech research benches at the same time, sharing the same multi-analyzer. Maybe I'll make it a little bit larger. Plan ahead. So, multi-analyzer there, and then hospital beds on either side. So that would look something like... like that. So hospital bed, vitals monitor, hospital bed, vitals monitor, hospital bed, and then the high-tech research benches. Good. All right, let's get that built. And then that's another like bottleneck if we need it. And I'll put the door here. No, I won't. Huh. Actually, I'm going to have it, oddly enough, so if we have hospital bed, vitals, hospital bed, hospital bed, vitals, hospital bed, I'm going to have it be a oddly recessed door. For brawler reasons. It's not exactly symmetrical, so maybe for the benefit of you guys that are going to lose your mind if it's not symmetrical, I'll make it symmetrical, although the multi-analyzer will never be symmetrical. So there we go. That is the footprint for a lab. You want to check colonist relationships? I think Mass and Turtle are rivals, and I think that's it. Everyone else is either friends or acquaintances. I don't have the sterile flooring researched yet, so that's not something I can add to this project. But I will run power in that. And then Turtle, let's expand the mine. Oh, no, it's already set up. It is in the pollution radius, but I don't care. As I said it while building it, it wasn't going to be a problem because I've been managing the pollution just fine. Plate armor is done. So let's go ahead and actually just get these sterile materials. So it's a little late because I've been slapping it down, but I'll be able to refund some of it. Because I have about 1,000 silver, and I can get some more silver pretty easily by mining up the silver that's on the map tile. There's silver there, silver here. We'll get ourselves a nice shiny floor. Although I do need to remove these corpses. I haven't been hunting for a bit, and it's starting to show on my meat amount. I think, well, I don't know. All right, animal handling. Turtle, that's you. So I think Turtle's been trying to tame the alpaca. I would love to be able to caravan with alpaca. But at some point, I'm going to run out of time, and I'll just have to go... I'll just have to go to the nearest town without one, which is going to suck, because it's a pretty far run. It's too bad that we can't just put the vampire into, like, a permanent coma. I'd be down to do that. So here's the next poll for what I researched next. You voted research, so I'm going to get sterile materials to match with microelectronics. If you want multi-analyzers, you can vote for research again. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. Smithing, machining, biofuel, etc. Now, one of the issues I'm going to run into is Turtle is a night owl, or at least set on a night owl schedule, which means that he's usually asleep when animals are awake, and the inverse is true. So if I want him taming, it would probably benefit me if he was on a day schedule, but if he's on a day schedule, it's going to piss him off because he's going to be in the sun. Basically, Dirtmoles, despite the fact that they don't have any racial penalties to animals, there are some other functional reasons why they're not good at taming, because they hate to be in the outside. Oh, but I did get one. Okay. Well, that's nice. So that's gonna, you know, help a lot with the caravanning. For weight, at least. So, now that I have one, that's gonna be enough for me. I'm gonna shoot the rest. And, that leads me to believe that I have a giveaway to do. So, raffle timer's up. Above my head. And, countdown timer for the poll. Maybe I'll use Fire Breath once these corpses are hauled, because there's now kind of a rather significant stockpile of corpses. And it looks like fertility and genetics is what you guys want, so I'm going to get fertility procedures. One of the things that are required is anyone that wants to join has to be sterilized. So without fertility procedures to be able to sterilize people, they wouldn't be able to join. So that's actually really good for me to introduce. So I'm just going to wrap that poll up and research fertility procedures, because maybe we have some joining opportunities soon. There's the alpaca. Achoo. What's Turtle's mining speed? It looks ridiculous. Let's see. Some of it is just he has dark vision, so his mining speed is not affected by the fact that he's in the dark. Mining speed is 297, based upon his industriousness and skill, because he's also industrious. The dude knows how to mine. I don't have the steel for this yet, but we'll get it. Stick the light in there. And then work on high-tech research benches, of which I'm going to go with 2. Ooh, a ship. Where's the mechs? Did you forget the mechs? Hey, Klein. Come, bash a psychic ship for me. Let me check my error logs. Nope, no error logs. Well, you're all bark, no bite. And I'm about to bring the fight. Oh, alpaca. There we go. We have a winner. There's apparently bugs with some X missing in drops. Yep, I can confirm. Well, 1 of 2 advanced components has been acquired. Free resources from Randy. Yep, I guess that's one way to look at it. Imaginary mechs. They're in your head, man. Oh, what? Destroying a psychic ship didn't put you in a good mood? You're fussy then. Oh, hey, look, there's not a... you know what? I'm going to continue mining. I want to see what's on the other side. Let me do the turtle. Are you... Yeah, there's a hollow spot here. Like, literally just right here. But only right there. I see you. And then it would also be good for me to work the subcore. Because I owe you guys a lifter, and that has been way too long. But then I also owe you a caravan, too. And there we go. We found it. This little nothing here. But I'll mine it out. I'll see if it, if we could stick... I don't know. Stick something in there. Super highly protected solar panel. Mortars. Chem fuel. Yeah, because I mean, we'd have to go through Overhead Mountain, but there might be uses for it. Any tips for sustaining colony with grown food? Plant bigger farm fields? Not really. I don't. It's honestly just too generic of a question for me to answer well. Butcher humans? Embrace cannibalism? Alright, Bryce, I'm going to send you on the caravan. So what I need is, I need pants. Oddly enough. Where is pants? Not kid pants. Where's adult pants? There they are. We'll make these with camel hide. Diamond. I'm going to have you make that. So I'm going to have Bryce take off his flak so he moves faster. Because he's a sprinter. And he'll be able to get out to a caravanning location fastest out of all of us. So he is going to travel with the alpaca, taking some... Wait, where's the... Oh, I sold them. Sorry, pivot. I'm gonna need pemmican researched. Mass, don't have a withdrawal just yet, because I can't help you. I don't have travel food. I don't want to take a one-way trip and have them starve, or have to buy meals when I'm out there. You'll try not to. At least it gives you a full year. Although you go into a coma after 2 seasons. But there is some wiggle room, which is good. Alright, so we have the subcore. So with the subcore, where's Klein? No, Klein, go beat Nathan up. Nathan, you're like highly disappointing as a vampire. When I make my Wendigos, they're going to be way tougher than you pathetic vampire that threatens nobody. Alright. Yep, let's go gestate ourselves up a mechanoid. What happens to the little robots if they go into the coma? They will still work, but you won't be able to directly control them. Sort of like a... And then if your Mechanitor dies, they start to wander, and they can go wild, which is to join the mech core. The mech hive. Oh, wow, this vampire is blind. Turtle cut out his eyes. That's why he's really not much of a threat. He can't even see us. Thank you for tuning in to We Are Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch, October 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Legionnaire.